Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel where we explore practical ways to grow food in our urban spaces across Europe. Today I want to talk about something that can really help with fresh produce, even if you only have a small kitchen counter. Some of the most nutrient-dense foods available cost very little to produce at home, take up less space than a shoebox, and can be ready to eat in as little as a day. A lot of people walk straight past these items in the supermarket, and even those who buy them often do not realize they could grow their own for next to nothing. In this video, I am going to take you through 20 sprouts you can easily grow right on your kitchen counter. I will go through them in order from the more impressive ones to those that can make a significant difference in your home growing. For each, I will explain why it might be worth your time, how to grow it step by step, and what makes it useful. Stick with me, because the first one on the list has a natural compound that researchers at Johns Hopkins University have studied for many years in connection with health support. And the 20th is more advanced, so most people do not try it at first, but it can open up new possibilities in home growing. Starting with broccoli sprouts. These are one of the most interesting options to grow at home. The young seedlings, only a few days old, can have much higher levels of sulforaphane compared to the full-grown broccoli you find in shops. Sulforaphane is a compound that has been linked in studies to supporting the body's processes for dealing with inflammation and other health aspects. This comes from established research at places like Johns Hopkins. To grow them, you will need broccoli seeds sold for sprouting purposes, a clean mason jar, a mesh lid or piece of cheesecloth, and fresh water. Soak 2 tablespoons of seeds in water overnight for about 8 hours. The next morning, drain them completely. Rinse with clean water and set the jar at a 45-degree angle in a bowl or rack so that air circulates and excess water drains away. Rinse and drain the seeds twice every day. By the 3rd to 5th day, you should have a jar filled with sprouts showing tiny green leaves. Move them into indirect light for the last 12 hours or so to help develop the green color, which can boost the nutrients further. Give them one last rinse. Shake out the extra water and store them in the fridge. You can add them to sandwiches or salads, blend them into smoothies, or eat them straight from the jar. This is a sprout many people find worth starting with right away if they have not tried growing sprouts before. It is one of the simplest ways to bring extra nutrition into everyday meals. Next up are lentil sprouts, which are great for beginners. They are affordable, quick to grow, and quite forgiving while offering a good amount of protein. A cup of sprouted lentils can provide around 7 grams of protein, and the sprouting process makes that protein easier for the body to use. Sprouting also reduces phytic acid in the lentils, which can otherwise limit how well your body absorbs minerals. This means you get more benefit from the nutrients with less strain on your digestion. To grow them, use any whole lentils you can buy in the supermarket, such as green, brown, or French varieties. Rinse about a 1/4 cup of dry lentils and soak them for 8 to 12 hours. Drain, rinse, and put them in a jar or strainer. Rinse twice daily, and in 2 to 4 days, you will see small white tails appearing on each lentil. You can eat them at this point, when they are still mild and tender, or leave them a bit longer for added crunch. They work well added raw to salads, stir-fries, or grain bowls, and can even form the main part of a meal. There is no need for special seeds or equipment, as you likely already have lentils in your cupboard. Mung bean sprouts are another classic choice that many will recognize from dishes like pad thai or Asian soups. They offer a nice crunch and are very versatile with a mild taste. Growing them at home costs much less than buying them ready prepared from the store. For growing, soak a 1/4 cup of whole mung beans for 8 to 12 hours, then drain and rinse. Place them in a jar or tray and rinse twice daily. Within 3 to 5 days, you will have sprouts similar to those sold in shops. The important part is keeping them moist, but not sitting in water, as that can lead to spoilage, so good drainage matters a lot. You can use a mason jar with mesh lid, a covered bowl, or a sprouting tray. Keep them away from direct sunlight until the end to keep the flavor fresh. Eat them raw or sauté briefly to keep the crunch and add to noodle dishes, tacos, or spring rolls. These show how sprouting at home can be straightforward, practical, and helpful for regular use in the kitchen. Radish sprouts bring a bit of flavor to your dishes. They have a peppery taste that can make a simple salad more interesting. In addition to the taste, they contain compounds that support the body's natural cleansing processes, similar to those in broccoli. They are also a source of vitamin C and antioxidants. To grow them, use radish seeds intended for sprouting. Soak 1 or 2 tablespoons for about 6 hours, then drain and rinse. The jar method works well here. Rinse twice daily, and after 3 to 5 days, you will have delicate sprouts with pinkish stems and small leaves. Handle them carefully when rinsing, as they are quite fragile. The peppery flavor gets stronger as they grow, so check the taste each day and harvest when it suits you. Use them as a topping for salads or in sandwiches and wraps whenever you want to add a little kick. They are like a fresh condiment that you grow yourself. Alfalfa sprouts are a good starting point for many people new to this. They are light, mild, and feathery, with a flavor that goes well with many dishes. They provide vitamins such as K, C, and folate, and have been popular in health-conscious kitchens for a long time. To grow them, the seeds are small, so begin with 1 tablespoon. Soak for 4 to 6 hours, drain and rinse. Use a wide-mouthed jar with mesh lid for good airflow. Rinse twice daily, and by day 4 to 6, you will have a good amount of bright green sprouts. Give them indirect light towards the end to develop the color. A small amount of seeds gives quite a large volume of these fluffy sprouts. Store in the fridge and use within a few days. Add them generously to sandwiches, wraps, or as a fresh touch to other meals. Chickpea sprouts feel more substantial than some of the others. They are dense and satisfying, with enough body to make a meal around them. Each cup offers about 8 grams of protein and 6 grams of fiber. The sprouting process reduces some of the compounds that can cause discomfort with regular chickpeas, making them easier to digest. You can eat them raw, roast them for a snack, or add to curries near the end of cooking. To grow, soak half a cup of dried chickpeas for 12 to 16 hours. They will swell up noticeably. Drain, rinse, and move to a larger jar or tray as they need more space. Rinse them 3 times a day because their size means they can warm up if left too long. In 2 to 4 days, the small tails appear. Harvest then for the mildest taste. Toss with oil, lemon, and herbs for a simple protein-rich bowl, or roast them in the oven for a crunchy snack. Pea sprouts can be a pleasant surprise with their sweet, fresh taste, reminiscent of garden peas. They are rich in vitamins A, C, and K, along with some plant protein. Even those who are not keen on other sprouts often enjoy these because of the flavor. Use whole dried peas, not split ones. Soak a quarter cup for 8 to 12 hours, drain and rinse. They benefit from a bit more space, so a wide tray or large jar is ideal. Rinse twice daily, and in 5 to 7 days, you get sprouts with edible tendrils that taste sweet. You can let them grow a little taller than some types. Eat them as a snack straight from the container, add to salads, or include in stir-fries at the last moment to keep the sweetness. Fenugreek sprouts have a distinctive taste that is slightly bitter, but they come with traditional uses in supporting health. Research has looked at their potential to help with blood sugar management and other areas. They have been part of traditional practices for a long time. Soak 2 tablespoons of the seeds for 8 hours, drain and rinse. They grow readily in a jar with twice daily rinsing. In 3 to 5 days, they have a light, maple-like aroma. The flavor takes some getting used to, so try mixing them into soups, smoothies, or yogurt rather than eating alone at first. Sunflower sprouts take things up a notch with their crunchy, nutty character. They are rich in vitamin E, magnesium, and healthy fats, and taste rather good in salads. They do require a tray with some growing medium rather than just a jar. Use whole raw sunflower seeds. Soak them overnight. Spread on a thin layer of potting mix or similar in a shallow tray. Mist with water. Cover to keep dark and moist for the first few days. Uncover once they start growing and move to light when they are a few inches tall. Harvest by cutting above the medium after 7 to 10 days. They do not keep as long, so grow what you need. Clover sprouts are similar to alfalfa, but with some additional studied compounds for hormonal support. They have a slightly more complex flavor. Grow them the same way as alfalfa, using about a teaspoon of seeds soaked for 4 to 6 hours, then rinsed in a jar twice daily. In 4 to 6 days, you have delicate sprouts that can be used in the same ways as alfalfa, often mixed together for variety. That covers the first 10 on the list. These are all accessible for most people with basic kitchen items. Now let us continue with the next set of sprouts you can grow easily on your kitchen counter. Number 11 is mustard sprouts, which bring a gentle, spicy note to your meals. These can add real flavor to salads or sandwiches without being too strong for everyday use. They are straightforward to grow and fit well into a sustainable home setup. If you enjoy a bit of peppery taste, then these are worth trying out at home. You will need mustard seeds suitable for sprouting, which you can find in good garden centers or online shops across Europe. Soak a tablespoon or two for 4 to 6 hours, then drain and rinse them well. Place in your jar and rinse twice each day following the usual method. In 3 to 5 days, you will have sprouts ready to harvest when the flavor suits you best. They work nicely as a topping or mixed into dressings for extra interest. Moving on to number 12, wheatberry sprouts, which have been used for a very long time. These transform the grain into something fresher and more digestible for your daily meals. Sprouting activates enzymes and makes the nutrients easier for your body to use. Use whole wheat berries that you can source from health food stores in most European cities. Soak a quarter cup for 8 to 12 hours, then rinse and drain twice daily in a jar. After 2 to 3 days, the small tails appear, and that is the ideal time to use them. You can add them to grain salads or even incorporate into homemade bread for extra nutrition. If you let them grow further, they develop into wheatgrass that you can juice. Number 13 brings us to kale sprouts, which are related to broccoli and share similar qualities. They offer vitamins and a mild peppery flavor that many people enjoy in their salads. The growing process is much like broccoli sprouts, so if you have tried those, you will find these familiar. Soak 1 tablespoon of kale sprouting seeds for around 6 hours. Rinse twice daily in your jar, and after 4 to 6 days, they will be ready with nice green leaves. These mix well with other brassica sprouts for a varied batch on your counter. Number 14 is cabbage sprouts, which are often overlooked but can support your digestive health. They have a mild, sweet taste that fits into many dishes without overpowering them. You can grow them using the standard jar method with 1 tablespoon of seeds. Soak for 6 hours, then rinse twice daily for 4 to 6 days until they look good to eat. Try them on tacos or in grain bowls where you want a fresh, crunchy element. They blend nicely into mixed sprout combinations for beginners. Next, we have onion sprouts at number 15, which multiply the flavor in your cooking. These delicate strands carry a fresh onion taste that is more subtle than raw bulbs. They are rich in antioxidants and can support your overall well-being in a gentle way. Onion seeds are small, so use a fine mesh on your jar to keep them in place. Soak for 6 to 8 hours and rinse carefully twice each day. In 5 to 7 days, you will see thin green strands ready to use like chives. Scatter them over eggs, soups, or noodle dishes for added depth and freshness. Number 16 is garlic sprouts, which offer some strong natural properties. When garlic cloves start to shoot, they become even more interesting to use. You can sprout whole cloves by soaking them briefly and keeping them moist in a jar. The green shoots have a milder garlic flavor with layers of taste. Harvest the shoots after 5 to 7 days and use them in eggs, pasta, or spreads. They bring a functional element to your kitchen counter growing. Number 17, amaranth sprouts are quite striking to look at with their pink coloring. These provide complete protein and minerals, making them useful in a balanced diet. The seeds are very small, so handle them with care in your sprouting jar. Soak for 4 to 6 hours and rinse gently twice daily over 5 to 7 days. The result is beautiful, delicate sprouts that make your plates look special when used raw. Number 18 covers buckwheat sprouts, which are naturally free from gluten. Despite the name, they are not related to wheat at all and suit many dietary needs. They offer a nutty flavor and compounds that support circulation in the body. Use raw, unhulled buckwheat and soak only for 6 to 8 hours to avoid sliminess. Rinse very thoroughly and grow in a jar or tray with twice daily care. After 4 to 6 days, they are ready and can be eaten raw or lightly toasted. Number 19 is quinoa sprouts, which are among the quickest to grow. You can have them ready in just 1 to 2 days from starting the process. Choose raw organic quinoa for the best results, as it sprouts more reliably. Rinse it very well to remove the natural coating before soaking briefly. Use 3 rinses per day in your jar and harvest when the tiny tails appear. This speed makes it practical for anyone wanting fresh sprouts regularly. Finally, at number 20, we have flax sprouts, which are more advanced to grow. They provide plant-based omega-3 in a fresh form straight from your counter. The seeds create a gel when wet, so you need a different approach using a tray. Mist them gently rather than rinsing in the usual way, and keep them moist but not soaked. In 4 to 6 days, small sprouts emerge through the gel and you can cut them for use. Add to smoothies or oatmeal once rinsed lightly. These 20 sprouts show what is possible with very little space and effort. You only need basic jars, seeds, and water to have fresh, nutritious food growing at home. This is perfect for urban living in European cities where garden space may be limited. Start simple with lentils or mung beans, then build up to others as you gain confidence. You will find yourself with several jars on the go within a few weeks. The whole process helps reduce reliance on shop-bought produce and supports a more sustainable lifestyle. Have a go at home and see which ones work best in your kitchen. Let me know in the comments which sprout you plan to try first. I read every comment and enjoy hearing about your experiences. If this was helpful, please give it a like and subscribe for more practical growing tips. We will see you in the next video, where we explore another way to make the most of small space gardening. Thank you for watching, and happy sprouting, everyone.